Konnichiwa, Konbawa, and Haji Memeshite. My name is Minji, and this is a funeral tie. Well, to be honest, it's the only tie that I bought on my trip to Japan, and I finally made it to the hotel room. And today, a little bit later than updated, but I'm here to talk about Chelsea 1, Everton 0. You'll have to forgive me, I was on nights, and then following that, I've been on a 20-hour trip to Japan. It's been massively draining on me, but thank Christ I'm here. I feel like I'm in the year 3000 compared to Manchester, which is still stuck in 1600 AD, as is their football team. And now on to the game between Chelsea and Everton. What Everton did to us, where we drew at them 0-0 at Goodison Park, and if we'd won that game, we would have been temporarily top of the table. As such, drawing to them meant that we ended up going on a nice deep decline down the table instead. Not holding Everton personally responsible for that or anything like that, just saying that Everton seem to be the downfall of Chelsea at Goodison Park. We don't have a good record over there, unfortunately. But this was at Stamford Bridge, and unfortunately, the record's even worse for Everton compared to Chelsea's record at Goodison. But they'll probably feel a little bit hard done by, to be honest with you. And we'll get to that in a minute. They're missing some key players, like Dominic Calvert-Lewin, but he's always generally unavailable. And some other players that I just can't be asked to mention, but obviously they're important for Everton. But considering the squad that they put out there, they probably feel like they should have won that game. They really should have done. But anywho, Chelsea, they started off brightly enough. They actually generally started off brightly enough. Madueke causing problems, so was Jackson. Cucurella and his shot going inches wide of the post. I think it was cleared off the line by the Everton players, but it wasn't given as a corner. Then Beto, he gets robbed in near the centre half, near the centre circle by Chalobah, nips his pocket in nicely. Rolls to Enzo Fernandez. And rolls it quickly to Jackson, who his finish almost reminds me of Didier Drogba. I don't want to say he's Didier Drogba, there's only one Drogba, but it was almost Drogba-esque. He just spun on a pirouette and then slapped it across Jordan Pickford, down off the post into the bottom left-hand corner to put us 1-0 up, where it would have stayed 1-0. Second half, and this is where Everton will feel like they're a little bit unlucky. I know in the second half, a poor corner by Neto, Madueke makes the most of it, Pickford saves, and then Madueke again almost cutting in a shot into the bottom right-hand corner, but it was tipped around the post by Jordan Pickford. He really did have Madueke's number, I'll give you that much. But then Everton, they had some glorious opportunities. The fact that Robert Sanchez was named man of the match and it was in Troy Deeney's team of the week says a lot. He made two very good saves low down to his right-hand side. The one at the last minute was even more incredible because he was going the wrong way. The way he had to adjust his body and tip that shot around was an excellent save, I have to say. So many times has Robert Sanchez been the downfall for Chelsea, but this time he got it on point. So fair play to Robert Sanchez. Man of the match says a lot. Everton have been unlucky, but Everton season's job done and dusted, really. Their job was to survive relegation. They did that in December, January, really. Now they're just chilling. For us lot, it was a vital win. We needed that win. You know, in terms of the fixtures, I didn't think we'd get anything against Fulham, and then I saw the fixtures coming up. Everton at home was a must win because the next lot are just going to be really, really, really tough. I'm glad Liverpool won the title against a piss poor Tottenham, who could have gone down to bloody 17th in the table, but unfortunately West Ham decided to bottle their lead against Brighton. So they remain on 16th. But anywho, Liverpool blew them away, won the title. I'm now really genuinely hoping that Mohamed Salah can now get as high as a kite on Egyptian's finest cannabis, and the rest of his teammates can be all high on coke or heroin or whatever it is. But yeah, they can have a party. Their job is done and dusted, lads. Hopefully they can come back for the game at Stamford Bridge. I hope we don't give them a bloody guard of honour. It'd be very annoying, but if we have to, then it has to be done. But I'm hoping they'll just take the game lightly. Very often than not, it's actually the opposite. They end up playing more freestyle and they're actually more dangerous rather than, as if they were chasing a title still, nerves in the air and whatnot. So I mean, either way, I don't think Chelsea are going to beat Liverpool. That's the sad fact. We haven't beaten a top tier side at all in the league, except for, funnily enough, Fulham in the top half of the table. It says a lot for Chelsea. I don't think they'll get the points against Liverpool. Then the next game is Newcastle United away, and that's going to be a fixture that unfortunately I see us losing as well. Then comes our supposed easy fixture, Manchester United. And then the last one, the decider, Nottingham Forest away. I don't think we're going to get anything in that game as well. So there's potentially 3 losses out of 4, maybe even 4 losses out of 4, because Manchester United have got a good record at Stamford Bridge and against Chelsea in general, really. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. It's a weekend in which everything was bloody decided. League title was decided, relegation was decided from the Premier League. All 3 of the teams that came up have unfortunately gone down, as you all know. Even relegations in the Championship and League 2 and the Conference League in the League 1 and League 2 were decided. It's just a weekend of decisions and it was all done and dusted, really. So it's a shame. But it is what it is. Anywho, our next game is against your Gardens in the UEFA Conference League at 4 o'clock in the morning in Japan. So that's going to be very interesting for me if I can get a chance to watch it. I probably won't because I'll be probably off my rockers in some Japanese bar somewhere or in a soap land. Don't worry, I'm not going to go to a soap land. I know what that is. Anyways, cheers for listening to this video. Subscribe and you know the rest. Take care and God bless.